Okay. Now perhaps you could show us a nice trot half pass. Now I will try to explain you the position of the rider in the trot half pass. That's, in my opinion, the most difficult position of a rider. Look at the rider now. This rider does it very well. That's the right thing. You see that the rider has his weight here on the, say, inside stirrup. Can you see that? The rider has to watch, or if you are teaching, you have to watch that the rider is not collapsing in the hips, thinking that he's sitting on the inside, but he has his weight on the outside. That is wrong. The rider gets in troubles. And the rider has tendency of bringing his left shoulder here a little bit forward. Can you see that? It is wrong if the rider would sit like this. You see that many times. With this shoulder forward. No, the rider has tendency of bringing that shoulder forward. You see? He comes towards me, also with his shoulder. Do you realize this? Which is right. As soon as a rider sits the other way around, he has tendency of pushing the horse over in half pass, which is wrong. The tendency should be that the rider should say, I try to pull my horse over there. And with that, I try to show you the rider has this position.
Okay, go ahead, Debbie, and we'll do a full half pass first. Do a couple full half passes, and then we'll come with the zigzag. Here again, I've always found a real handy exercise as a rider and checking to see if my position is correct, to go ahead and sometimes look down to the inside hind leg. Debbie, if you can show us that on the next long side, and you'll see how it automatically puts the body. You don't want to lean way over, but just to have the tendency, especially if you've got a rider that is going completely the opposite direction. Yeah, and now look straight ahead again. And you'll see that the weight from the rider goes in that position. It's a good way to check and make sure that you are sitting in that direction. And let's do the serpentine, or the half passes, 4, 8, 8, 4, and let's just see how they look.
Perhaps once more. In principle, absolutely all right. In my opinion, you could make the change of the position and the bend a little bit quicker during the change, so that the horse always is in the right position and the way he is cantering. Up and over. And over. And you see the horse bends immediately to the other side if the rider can keep it supple on the inside. And therefore, fix the outside, supple on the new inside, and the horse comes over. Okay.
Also, I think in schooling the half passes, and maybe we can show this a little bit, I think too often to come down the center line and do the zigzags from the center line is not good for the horses because they start to anticipate. So they come down center line, they figure this is the time when they've got to do half passes and start moving before we are in charge of them. So I like to do them a lot, come down from the, say maybe the quarter line, canter a certain number of strides, push them sideways a certain number of strides, do the flying change, get the shoulder into the new side, and then begin the new half pass. Okay, so that the horse always stays in control. He's never exactly sure when you're going to ask for the new half pass, and he waits for you rather than, and I'm saying this out of experience because I had my gray horse was so fast coming down the center line that it was very difficult to keep control of his haunches. So he really taught me that I have to be in charge of every single step and not allow him to take these steps by himself. On the quarter line, and begin 2 or 3 strides first in the shoulder in, definite 8 sideways, 4 straight, yeah, and straight, flying change, and shoulder in. Right. Good. Okay, and come to a walk again. Okay, with this exercise, the horses really, really have to wait for you. And you can vary it any way you want to. But to do it so that the horse doesn't do a half pass, a half pass, a half pass. You know, and that you keep him really waiting, and that you also get the forehand in the direction again, and then come through with the flying change, and then he waits still until you begin the half pass. Debbie, if you do the same thing too, that you come down the quarter line to show straightness, okay?
Keep him well collected. Don't let him run too much away. Good. Yeah. You have to keep him collected. It's good when he goes forward, but you have to keep him collected. When you lose him, you cannot make the change. Okay, was quite all right down there. Once more, keep him collected, don't let him run away. Okay, that's enough. Just put your hands down as soon as you come to the piaffe, and you don't move with the hands anymore, just with the legs. Okay, and press him forward. Yeah. Here you have to take him a tiny little bit up. Take the reins now and press him forward. Yes, that's it. That was good. So, after the piaffe, you have to find the contact and invite him to go forward. With your legs, you bring him forward. Because if you just push him and you have him loose, he doesn't know how to engage the first steps. Here it was good.